Your Seattle jammer is going to be Rubalicious.
And your Santa Cruz jammer is Wrecking Bell.
Starting off really strong defense. Both walls have just immediately caught that jammer.
The Santa Cruz wall is getting really pushed up by Rubelius, though. This is going to be a really heavy defensive game.
A little bit of offense being played by that Seattle wall as well. Oh, and we have a big catch out there from the Seattle defense. Grabbing that Grom, bring them right into the wall. Oh, sliding right through that offense. That was beautiful. Look at that.
Both of the plays from each of the walls here are going really well. That defense sadly fails as Wrecking Bell gets out as lead jammer.
A lead, like a full minute into the jam, is so interesting. It's going to make defense for this game amazing.
Wrecking Bell slid by, though, getting right past that defense. They got a little focused. And sadly, Wrecking Bell gets through again, or gladly, for Santa Cruz. We have 8 points for Santa Cruz and 0 for Seattle Brats.
No initial pass for the Seattle Brats as well. First jam looking pretty good for defense and offense here. It seems like both teams are relying on that 3-wall, setting up another one. We'll see how that plays out for Seattle.
Next up on your jamming rotation, we have Speed Demon for Santa Cruz.
And your Seattle Derby Brat jammer is going to be Pound Cake.
Very good defense coming off the line from both of these. It gets a little bit frantic, though, because both of these jammers have that really good ability to just get people moving. And Speed Demon slides by, getting lead jammer.
Oh, we have a star pass to 330 Allison Thunderland on the Seattle Brats.
And Speed Demon slides through, getting 4 points. Very good way to get back.
Oh, we have a cut from an illegal re-entry there on Allison Thunderland.
Which means that Santa Cruz is coming into this next jam with power.
So this is going to give Santa Cruz a power start. Running the third jam. Number 1234, 1234.
We have Charismatic as your Santa Cruz jammer, while Allison Thunderland is still in the box. I wonder how Santa Cruz is going to play this offense. Charismatic is now lead jammer. We saw that the Santa Cruz offense came back and squished on that wall after giving out that inside. Oh! We have an apex jump from Charismatic.
Before Seattle's jammer is able to return, so this will be
Yeah. Can we get the comments?
It looks like Allison Thunderland is still in the box for the Seattle Brats, but she is standing, so they will be re-entering shortly. We have 1 Grom in the box. That makes it a 3-wall out there for Santa Cruz and a 4-wall out there starting strong for the Seattle Derby Brats. Let's see how they combat the Santa Cruz offense. Looks like they have 1 coming up there to help reform the pack. 429 Tiger Lily, your Santa Cruz jammer, coming up and fighting that defense.
Allison Thunderland gets right back into the box and gets fighting. Both jammers do have the possibility to get lead, but it seems that Alice is just stuck in that defense.
We have a cut call. Who is the cut call issued to? Oh, Allison Thunderland back into the box.
That is so sad, but Tiger Lily runs right out, getting lead jammer and a power jam for Santa Cruz.
Seattle up there reformed.
And they hit out Tiger Lily. Such amazing defense and an amazing way to deal with that power. The score is now 18-0 with the Santa Cruz up. We are seeing Allison Thunderland still in the box from their cut call, while Frightening Bolt is lining up for Santa Cruz.
Looks like we also have a Seattle blocker in the box. 3-wall out there for Seattle. Oh, it doesn't even matter because Frightening Bolt is just going to slide right by and grab the lead right off the bat.
The Santa Cruz wall is getting ready for Allison Thunderland's re-entry, and they catch beautifully.
Ooh, a lot of juking out there. Frightening Bolt getting through once more.
And the jam is called. We're having a really big and very good lead from Santa Cruz right now.
The way they do their recycling, where they all try to keep pack by bridging out like that, it's just hurts the jammers' feelings. It really does hurt.
Yeah, I always hated when people would do that. It's just like you always got one more no matter what, and then they're taking you back.
And then the last one gets 20 feet, so you're just basically all the way back around the entire track.
Yeah, horrible. Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Wrecking Bell.
And for Seattle, we have Narwhal.
Wrecking Bell is slamming through the wall and gets through, getting lead jammer. Narwhal is hot on pursuit, though, getting ready on scoring passes. Oh, we had a massive hit coming on the outside, and the jam is called. Now, I really do wish that we could see what penalties were happening, but sadly, technical issues, and we can't. It's very sad.
But if you guys at home want to keep up with the schedule, brackets, and scores all weekend, head to www.juniorrollerderby.org/2025champs.
Next up, jamming, we have Wrecking Bell, and for Santa Cruz, and for Seattle Brats, we have the Curly Dervish. The pack gets run really far off on this first one because Wrecking Bell is serving in the box right now. But Santa Cruz is getting around all of that offense. The Derby Brats have this really good way of sticking to their people when they do their offense, and it's separating that wall. But these Santa Cruz people are so good on that individual blocking that they can handle it for at least that little second.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Curly Dervish is getting out as lead jammer, and Wrecking Bell is just now out on scoring.
We have the first lead of the game for Seattle out there. And we have it called 1 point for Seattle. Let's go.
It is now 22-1. Santa Cruz is up.
For Seattle, 208 Magenta, and for Santa Cruz, Magneto. Apologies. Magneto on the line.
It looks like your Seattle jammer is going to be Magneto.
And your Santa Cruz jammer is going to be Speed Demon.
Both walls starting very spread out here. Everybody trying to keep pack right in the middle between those two lines.
That offense from the Seattle Derby player did a really good job at trying to split them up, but didn't work. Speed Demon just got out as lead jammer after dealing with only 3 of the Brats blockers.
I do have to say Seattle is handling that one-person offense from Santa Cruz off the line very well.
Yes.
They're rotating out of it very beautifully.
Yeah, their two butt blockers in the back are doing a really good job at handling without their brace for that little split moment that they missed that
And
person.
still catching that jammer, yeah.
Yep. Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, Charismatic.
And your jammer for Seattle is going to be Rubalicious. Starting off the jam strong, both jammers stuck in packs.
Very clumped up to the outside lane.
Oh.
And Charismatic takes advantage of that immediately and gets lead jammer.
We do have 2 Seattle blockers in the box right now. Oh, make that 3. We have a 1-wall out there for Seattle, and they are still going to count for all 4 of those points because they count as their wall.
If you didn't know, in Derby, when you pass the hips of the first person in a wall, you get points of those people in the box. Now we have 34-1 with Santa Cruz up. I wonder how Seattle is going to handle having a player in the box. Luckily, they got 2 people out, but I wonder how they're going to have to deal with that.
Taking a team timeout for Seattle.
We have a team timeout for Seattle.
We have 60 seconds for them to find out where the oxygen is hidden. But in the meantime, check out Skate Rats over there. Skate Rats is a big supporter of roller derby here in Colorado.
We briefly heard Blade mention this earlier, but there is a website so that you can track the schedule, brackets, and all of the scores of this weekend. Again, that's just going to be www.juniorrollerderby.org/2025champs. Again, that is www.juniorrollerderby.org/2025champs.
And if you want to go back and look at all the regionals, you can go to Derby Date Night on Instagram or online.
Sickness is no joke.
JRDA organized all of that together, so it's super easy for everybody to find it.
It's not just a team name, and it's not just, thinly veiled references to anything. It is distance above
So
sea
far,
level.
about 10 minutes into the game, we have a very good lead on Santa Cruz, but they're still,
Make sure you drink a
keeping that strategy open. They're not trying to run up the score. They are just trying to make sure they stay strong in their defense and keep that other jammer at bay.
Jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Tiger Lily, and jamming for the Seattle Derby Brats, Pound Cake. Both of the jammers are still in those packs, and there is an offense in the Santa Cruz wall. Santa Cruz is actually handling it really well, and one of those butts is just sticking onto that jammer.
That offense coming back to try and hit that cap, but when you hit that cap, it goes right back into your jammer.
Kind of getting them stuck there, sadly. That jammer has to get out by the time that you get through.
Very good strategy for that defense. Your Santa Cruz jammer is now in the box. This is going to be a power jam for Seattle. Unfortunately, they do only have 2 blockers out there playing offense. But we hope that they can get their jammer through.
The jammer did take off the start, which means that there is going to be no lead jammer for this. Seattle just lost another skater as well and only has 1 out on the track. I wonder how Pound Cake's going to work around their offense, or lack thereof.
Again, there is no lead out there up for grabs. This is going to be a full 2-minute jam. And, oh, wow, immediately coming out of that penalty, Tiger Lily just bean dips right on the outside and makes it right through the wall.
We also had a star pass to number 6, Evelina. I probably said that wrong, but we're going to go past that because they got hit out and was drawn back right into that wall.
So this will be a 2-minute jam as there cannot be a lead jammer.
Very amazing defense coming from the Santa Cruz wall. Tiger Lily gets through, getting 4 points.
Through that last trip. Evelina getting pulled back and working against the Santa
We have 1 Seattle blocker in the box now. 1 was just released. So we have a 3-wall out there, next jam for Seattle. 8-point jam for Santa Cruz there. And a star pass from Seattle.
Now, jamming for this next jam, we have 0-5, a Frightening Bolt, and
For the Brats, we've got 36 Narwhal.
36 Narwhal. I could not find them. You know, we could say I'm blind as a bat, but at least I have my contacts in.
Oh, wow. Using that wall to just, swipe them right to the outside and go right into that inside line. Frightening Bolt just made it through and grabbed that lead right off the bat.
And they still managed to get Narwhal as well, as Narwhal is still stuck in that pack.
Meanwhile, Narwhal still fighting up in front with the Santa Cruz blockers.
Narwhal is really in deep right in that middle, trying to push it up, but sadly, the jam is called, giving 3 points to Santa Cruz.
Giving 3 points for Santa Cruz on that.
Gotta love the officiating crew getting as low as the blockers out there just to make sure everybody's being safe. Thank you to our officiating crew.
The whole thing.
I remember the most amazing joke from one of my favorite refs, forgetting his name right now, but as we were skating together in a game, and he fell so badly on the floor, and he said he had the best view of the game from that point. Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Wrecking Bell. And jamming for Seattle, I can't quite catch their number. Chameleon, 2-0-0.
Seems like we don't have them up on the scoreboard yet, but I'm sure that'll get changed. We have Santa Cruz digging in deep on that defense. A little bit of offense from Seattle. And we have one Seattle blocker going into that box. 2 Seattle blockers in that box.
And Wrecking Bell slides by, getting 4 points, and calls the jam as one of the Seattle blockers goes to the box.
Pretty penalty-heavy game we have here. We have 2 Seattle players in the box again, and we have 1 Santa Cruz blocker in the box.
2 Seattle blockers sitting in the penalty box and 1 Santa Cruz blocker sitting in the penalty box. It's going to give us a slightly short pack for this start here. Santa Cruz with the slight pack.
Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Speed Demon, and jamming for for the Seattle Derby Rats, we have the Curly Dervish.
Doing their best to break through the reduced walls from the
Oh, wow. Even with that 3-wall out there. Oh, and we have another Seattle player going to the box, but unfortunately they... Oh, never mind. They were going to report and come back out, but that original skater stood back up so they can go sit down, and we have that original skater released.
That is always just such an awkward moment. You come to that box, it's full, you get sent out, and you have to wait.
Yeah, wouldn't we know it?
Yeah, we would.
Wouldn't we?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. 6 penalties a game. Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, Charismatic. And jamming for your Seattle Derby Brats, Rebellious. That offense cleared up really nice, but that one Santa Cruz person caught Rue.
The solo blocking out there from Santa Cruz is just an amazing show of athleticism. Like, they just know their sport and they know their craft, and it's amazing to see.
We could see a lead from the Seattle Derby Brats.
Out of play. Wow, look at that. The crowd is going wild.
Rebellious is now your lead jammer, fighting really hard to get through. Still stuck in the pack, though, is Charismatic, who is not on their scoring run. We have now one of the... This is just such an amazing game, honestly. Both jammers are still kind of fighting in this wall. And there's a star pass to number 719. That would be Curl Crusher. Sadly, the jam is called.
We aren't quite at that point yet, but if the Seattle Derby Brats do not score any more points, we could be going to mercy rule here at championships.
That would be insane. But we also have to see if Santa Cruz gets more than 125 points.
That's true. It seems like they don't want to play that game away.
So we will have to see if we'll have a sudden scoring this champs. That would be really cool to see. Tiger Lily slides by, getting lead jammer, sliding through in that inside with a little help from some offense.
Narwhal still stuck in the back with the rest of the Santa Cruz blockers.
You have 3 blockers out there for Seattle. It looks like one of them is trying to play offense, while the other 2 block Tiger Lily.
It looks like Seattle is looking to slow this game down a little bit. Hold Tiger Lily.
Oh, and they hit her out and get to recycle her.
Pulling her back to the back of the pack with these
Seattle is doing a really good job on their defense now. Sadly, when that offense came in, there was nothing they could do. But they seem to have gotten a little more tight-knit with each other again and are doing a lot better.
Little bit of a pile up there out on the track, but everybody's back up, and the offense is just clearing out those jammers. That was insane.
Tiger Lily gets out, getting 4 points, and calls the jam. I don't really think we're going to see a sudden scoring this game. I was going to be really happy if we did, because sudden scoring is just so fun.
Yeah, the rules being different would be interesting to see.
Definitely with those 1-minute jams, it's really fun to play in it too. Personally, you get more points, and it's really fun trying to like track your own point on the track.
It's more about the game.
Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Frightening Bolt, and jamming for the Seattle Derby Brats, we have Magneta. Lead jammer is now Frightening Bolt.
We have 2 Seattle blockers in that box again. I really wish we could track penalties up here because it'd be interesting to see like the spread, because we do have a lot of Seattle players in the box, but the Santa Cruz players have also been in the box as well.
We're seeing a little more of the Santa Cruz jammers going into the box sometimes, a little bit more
True.
than their blockers. And sometimes that happens a lot because of cut calls. But they're also on a really slick track out there.
Oh yes, this track is very slippery. Normally, Sport Court is pretty much the like basics floor to play on for Derby, but sometimes some smooth concrete also gets the job done.
I really like the polished concrete floors, sometimes a little bit more. They have a bit more spread to them on how slippery they are. Like here,
I'd say
it's
I
very
think
slippery.
jammers don't like the slippery floor as much.
Definitely, they're
Yeah.
falling a little bit more. I think the blockers can appreciate it a little bit more. Though.
Yeah.
Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Wrecking Bell, and she is now lead jammer. And
Seattle trying to play some offense there at the beginning of the lineup, but it seems that Santa Cruz is combating it pretty well. They've hit out that jammer, but we do have a multiplayer call on that blocker that was recycling them back, so they are free to come back up.
Your blocker for Seattle is Pound Cake, and the jam is called by Wrecking Bell, getting 4 points.
About 9 minutes left in this first half.
5:17.
This is a very fun game. We're not seeing a lot of big hits as much, but it's very methodical in the movement.
These beginning games of champs are so fun because you're just so nervous the entire time, and they really set the groundwork for the next day.
They set a really good tone. Now jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Speed Demon, and jamming for your Seattle Derby Brats, we have the Curly Dervish, who is lead jammer.
I feel like Dervish is the main jammer for Seattle that is getting out and getting those lead calls.
Definitely. They really know how to control themselves out there and can land some pretty big hits when they get the chance.
I'm not sure if Santa Cruz and Seattle have played before, but it seems like Dervish understands how to kind of combat that Grom wall way of recycling. Like, they just keep pushing through. And, you know, it's insane athleticism for these jammers to just continue to push and push and push.
Especially against the Santa Cruz defense, because Santa Cruz has this brilliant way of just always having a person in front of you. I know some jammers who have gone against that have told me, is like, I'm so tired, and then I give up.
It kind of sucks out here.
Yes, it's just they're so tired, and then there's one more person. It's just always one more person.
Oh, I do want to call this out really quickly. We did just have a Grom that was helping bridge the pack out there get a penalty, and a no out of play was called on the person they were bridging for, which allowed the jammer to get through very quickly. I think that is one of the downsides of that recycling method that they use, because if one of them is down, then they have to, you know, try to get it back together.
Yeah, they lose a little bit of that momentum that comes from it.
Mm-hmm.
We also had the jammer go to the box.
Wow. We had a 4-point jam out there. Oh, 8-point jam out there for Seattle. Woo-woo. And a 0-point jam out there for Santa Cruz. No scoring pass as well.
Seattle is going to start with a very short power start.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how they play this. I wonder if they're going to like do a short defense.
It seems like they're trying to crush the wall from the inside and probably try to reform quick enough to catch that jammer that's standing. Jammer was just released, so let's see if they can reform.
Santa Cruz did a really good job of trying to deal with that.
Oh, wow.
Amazing offense coming through, too. But that Seattle blocker just shuts it down.
We have a lead call on Santa Cruz. Seems like there was almost a penalty in there, and then it didn't get called, or maybe they didn't see one fully happen.
Speed Demon did a really good job at getting through that wall. They have these like really explosive hits when they're coming through, and it's a really interesting thing to see. Very amazing player.
Seattle coming up to reform and try and lock down Speed Demon on that inside line on the apex. We have a forearm call on a Seattle Derby Brat.
Speed Demon got stuck and was calling that jam. Even with offense, that Seattle wall was holding up really well. It's always interesting sometimes to see how walls will play when they're down. It's really fun to see what happens, especially when they have that fight going on, especially with another offense. Really interesting. And I also think it's really cool how Santa Cruz will like almost always have offense when the other team is down a person. Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Charismatic, and jamming for Seattle, we have Narwhal.
Under 5 minutes to go left in this half.
Now your lead jammer is Charismatic.
Charismatic going to be able to pick up some points on this next trip.
It looks like we still only have one Seattle player in the box. They are standing, though, so we might have 2 full walls out here.
Oh.
But we have another Seattle player going in the box, and your Santa Cruz jammer is coming back around.
Let's see if the Seattle player does any offense. They didn't, sadly. Oh, and we have an amazing jump from Charismatic.
That was smooth.
Sorry about that, y'all. It was a bit loud. Sliding through on that outside. Charismatic gets through, getting 4 points.
About 4 minutes left in this period.
We could see sudden scoring. It could happen.
I don't think that it will happen.
That is very sad. Now that Santa Cruz defense is holding up really well, even after being hit by all of that offense from the Seattle wall. I think I just said Seattle twice. Oh! That looks like it hurt.
A lot of big hits out here. Everybody worried that they're going to be the one that gets the penalty. But we have one blocker from each wall going into that box.
But both blockers are holding really well on that defense. And that's the jam. We have a 15, I think, 19-point jam? 19-point jam from Santa Cruz. 18. Wow, I'm a liar today.
Fun fact about narwhals, that horn is a tooth.
Another fun fact is my kiddo over there flaming.
Your jammer for Seattle this round is going to be Magneta.
And your jammer for Santa Cruz, Tiger Lily.
29, Tiger Lily for Santa Cruz. Notice it starts the jam.
A very good run off that start. Both of the walls started really up. The Seattle offense came back, and wow, that Santa Cruz wall is getting really low.
Both walls starting off with offense, even though Seattle only had 3. Starting with that 2 wall, and they still caught the jammer. We have the Santa Cruz blockers really digging in right behind that Seattle wall.
Both blockers now returning from the penalty box. Complement of 4-on-4 blockers plus the jammers.
We have a recycling happening to the Seattle jammer.
That jammer came right in. Really confused on that back block there, but we gotta agree with the refs.
We have a power jam out there for Santa Cruz now.
And Tiger Lily gets out getting lead jammer.
Santa Cruz playing with pack a little bit on that first one. Let's see. It looks like they're going to do some actual offense on this next pass.
They clear up that middle a little bit, but that Seattle blocker just fills it right
Oh, wow.
up.
They're really
amazing.
handling this offense nicely.
Yeah, really amazing stuff out there. And the jam is called, and that means Santa
Only a
Cruz is
2-point jam. Wow.
2 points. Oh.
Santa Cruz calling the jam and trying to reset. We do have our Seattle jammers standing, so that means they will be out in less than 10 seconds.
Let's see how Santa Cruz does with this power start. Jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Frightening Bolt. Frightening Bolt really tends to get away with those jukey stuff a lot. So let's see how they handle with a little bit of offense.
It's interesting how Seattle started pretty lined up on that inside instead of like set up as a wall.
That makes sense because of where that offense was starting to get played.
True, they did. They reformed and they caught that jammer. That Seattle jammer came back out, and it looks like there is a no pack call. Santa Cruz racing up to try and get back up with them. A little bit of a bridge from Santa Cruz as well. Oh, beautiful offense on the inside. That is what every player wants to do for offense. That was amazing.
That was really
13-30.
F-bomb.
F-bomb?
Amazing job.
Wow. That was nice.
Oh, big hits.
Wow.
Big hits coming from Seattle. While Magneta is still stuck in the box.
It looks like our first period is over, but that jam is still going. We've got about a minute left on jam 22 here. Last jam of the half. Seattle is doing pretty well this jam. And Santa Cruz is still dug in on that jammer.
Magneta is...
Oh, wow. Seattle
now
getting
out.
through. That is their initial pass. Coming back around for their scoring pass. And Santa Cruz does have the star.
The jam is called just to ensure that Santa Cruz has 0 points that jam on the board. That is such a really good way to stop a team.
We'll see you in the second half.
All right. Goodbye, folks.
We are back for the second half of your Seattle Derby Brats and Santa Cruz Groms game. Our amazing officials doing some gear checks while we wait. About 15 seconds left in this intermission, but it'll probably run a little bit longer just to make sure all of our skaters are safe. Everybody out there having some fun, doing a little dance, and ready to get into this next half. We are starting off 101 points for Santa Cruz and 13 points for the Seattle Derby Brats.
I'd also like to say we totally forgot to introduce ourselves.
Kind of.
Well, we're going to give you a little recap on who we are because I know we're so boring. I am Scream. I am a Foco skater, and with me today we have...
Blade. I'm also a Focus Skater. We did say our names earlier, but I guess we'd never actually introduced ourselves. Whatever. Your Santa Cruz jammer is going to be Wrecking Bell, and your Seattle jammer is going to be Rubellious. I don't know why I kept saying Rubelicious last half. That's my bad. New half, new me.
Yeah, it's supposed to be rebellious. That's the joke. Dude.
Well, anyway, Wrecking Bell getting the lead, and also for the first 4 points of the half.
Amazing start from Santa Cruz this game. Wrecking Bell came in like a wrecking ball. I came in like a Okay, I'll stop now. Rebellious is still stuck into that wall. And we have an amazing slide from Wrecking Bell. We got front seat views to that one.
We do have a star pass out there to Dust Bunny. Dust Bunny now fighting the pack.
And one of the Santa Cruz blockers is going into the box. But 7-8-1, Awesome Sauce did some awesome sauce blocking. I'm here all night.
1958. Speed Demon will jam the jam for Santa Cruz.
So your Santa Cruz jammer is Speed Demon, and your Seattle jammer is Pound Cake. You know what? Where was all of this humor last period, Scream? Why all of a sudden are you in such a happy mood? Is it because you got Chiba Hut?
Yeah.
Kind of shout out to Chiba Hut. They are a Colorado establishment. You know, everybody out here visiting, if you watch their live stream, go check out Chiba Hut. Super yummy food. But anyway, we don't have lead yet for the game. Oh, I stand corrected. Your Seattle jammer is going to be lead. Pound Cake coming back around for their scoring pass. Your Santa Cruz jammer is in the box. We have 2 Santa Cruz skaters in the box, 1 Seattle skater in the box.
The Seattle jammer, Pound Cake, gets right through, getting 4 points. Now, the Seattle people are all out of the box. Really big hits coming through for that offense. And Speed Demon's coming out now.
Pound Cake really racking up the points this jam. Very impressive.
2 of the Seattle blockers are going to the box.
Wow. Right on the outside line. Did you see that?
Yeah. I'm really happy about this view we have on this third turn.
Oh. Speed Demon doing the same thing and just sliding right through.
3-3-0 gave a really big swing. Sadly, it was a miss. And Speed Demon just kind of slid right by.
And we did have a recycle out there on your Seattle jammer at first, and it looks like that caused them to call the jam before Santa Cruz could catch back up. We have a 4-point jam out there for Santa Cruz and a 14-point jam out there for Seattle. That was amazing. Highest scoring jam of the game for them.
I would like to give a shout out to Skate Rats. They are currently in town for this tournament. So if you need any gear needs, because, I know that gear goes away. I think it's hurt really quick. Or if you need some new wheels for this track, go check them out. They're here today and tomorrow.
They are actually based in Loveland, which is the town that we're in. If you want to order online, because we are on the main feed live stream, you can go to skaterats.com. That is SKATRATZ.com.
We also have gold medalists here today, and they do custom shirts. So if you want to get yourself a shirt, come check it out.
They do also have the licensing to print the championship JRDA logo on the shirts. Pretty cool. Your Santa Cruz jammer is going to be Charismatic, and your Seattle jammer is going to be Dervish. Charismatic making it through right off the bat. And we have Dervish still fighting in the back.
This defense, this game is really amazing. They're doing really good jobs of just shutting down these jammers.
I'm only seeing 3 Santa Cruz blockers out there, but only 2 going after that jammer. It is impressive how they reform so quickly and so powerfully. Seattle doing the exact same thing as well. Maybe it's a female division thing. Digging in and just sitting on that jammer. The leg power of the female division is outstanding.
They do a really good job at just keeping really calm. If you look at some open division games, it's very, very chaotic with how people skate. There's a lot more big hits over there. There's still some really big hits this game, and it gets a little chaotic, but it's really good.
They do have lead jammer status.
Both jammers are getting stuck in the wall right now. Curly Dervish isn't even off their initial pass, which is really demoralizing sometimes. It's like you're going against a brick wall.
What is it? An unstoppable force and immovable object.
I think at this point it's a very movable object, though.
Out for the initial pass, but does not pick up any points. 4 points.
Which is the unstoppable force and removable object? I really want to know what's the thought here in this analogy.
Well, the wall is the immovable object, and the jammer is the unstoppable force.
Oh no, I've seen a move out there quite a bit.
There you go, number 36 out there again.
Anyway, so your Seattle jammer is going to be Narwhal, and your Santa Cruz jammer is going to be Tiger Lily.
Oh, and Narwhal gets out getting lead jammer. That offense is really good.
Tiger at the top patch trying to push through the Seattle wall of defense. Narwhal making some impact and working again to pick up some points this time.
The Santa Cruz jammer goes to the box. We have Narwhal getting through, getting lead jammer.
Seattle offense holding strong. Not 100% sure what the play is here. I think they're trying to sweep the inside. Santa Cruz is not going to let that happen. Solo blocking up at the front, 3-5-0. A little bit of a recycle up there. The Seattle wall is trying to keep some of the Groms that are back in the pack at bay. But the Groms Jammers coming back up, and now they are playing offense for them. Right on that first turn. This is the only view that we don't really get a good look at. All the officials are right in front of that first turn. But Groms are dug in on that Seattle jammer, and your Santa Cruz jammer gets out for their initial pass. Narwhal is still 4 points ahead in this jam. Let's see if they can get out again or if they will call it. And it is now an even jam. Tiger Lily grabbing 4 points. And it looks like the jam is called 4-point jam for Santa Cruz. 8-point jam for Seattle.
Those pesky refs blocking my view of the game.
How could they?
That is sarcasm, folks.
22 minutes left in the second half here. As
jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Frightening Bolt, and jamming for Seattle, we have Magneto.
Again, a full complement of all 10 skaters on the track right now, making it very difficult to get through.
Frightening Bolt gets lead jammer, while Magneto is still stuck. Let's see how offense comes around for Magneto. We actually get offense from one of the Santa Cruz players, and no pack is called. The pack is really spread out and around right now. We actually have pack in the front, so I'm seeing if we'll have an out-of-play call here from the refs. It's a very interesting situation sometimes, especially when you have one person up front. The back wall could actually get called on an out-of-play. Very interesting.
Scream used to be a ref, so he, feels like he has to tell everybody about the rules of the game.
I do. That's very fun.
But we still have both walls dug in. It's honestly kind of insane how we're, so far into the game, and both the walls still have all of this energy to continue plowing and pushing, and especially for the jammers as well.
We also have a star pass going off right now.
Star pass for Santa Cruz?
Seattle.
Seattle. Okay.
I don't know why Santa Cruz would do a star
completed.
pass.
It was completed, and it looks like I believe that's Dervish.
I really hope that Santa Cruz did
Dust
not
Bunny.
pass the star. I'd really hope they did.
Why? Because they have lead.
Yeah.
No, you never know.
Yeah, it could
Dust
be
Bunny coming back around, getting out on their initial, very impressive.
That Seattle wall is doing a really good job at just trying to shut down that jammer. The jam is called. The current point is 136-35. Santa Cruz is up.
All right, we're going to see number 39 Wrecking Bell.
A lot of bells out there.
Your Santa Cruz jammer is Wrecking Bell, and your Seattle jammer is Rebellious. Ooh, Wrecking Bell making it through right off the bat. We see a lot of good jamming from Wrecking Bell. Not just in this game, but like from the past season. Rebellious coming back around, chasing after Bell, and it looks like Bell got knocked out and called the jam. Will there be any score? It looks like there is 3 points for Santa Cruz, but none for Seattle.
The Seattle Jammers are doing a really good job at figuring out how to get past that defense now. We're seeing them get out a lot more.
1958 for Santa Cruz.
They're doing a really good job. I know from experience, and you know too, those Santa Cruz walls are demons on the track. So good.
They might also just be getting comfortable, letting some points bleed through. But, you know,
We'll see. Next up, jamming, we have Speed Demon and Pound Cake. Speed Demon gets hit out. Pound Cake is driving that wall up. One of the Santa Cruzes are out. We have lead jammer for Pound Cake.
Seattle's out on lead. We've got Pound Cake taking lead jammer.
Those jammers are finally cracking the code.
Speed Demon stuck in that Seattle wall. Really setting up good defense there. Pound Cake's back around and in that Santa Cruz wall.
Those defenses are really good.
Doing their best to use their body, get around all of those very impressive blocks.
The Seattle blocker is still stuck in that wall. Speed Demon's trying to get out. Pound Cake is lead, so I wonder how they're going to get some points here and get through. The pass is off, and we have a
wow.
star pass.
that was an
to
impressive star pass.
Yeah, and it's to Awesome Sauce. Guess what you can call that?
Let's go, Awesome
star pass.
Sauce. Oh, sink through on the inside. That was Awesome Sauce. 4 points for Awesome Sauce.
Awesome Sauce.
Awesome Sauce, we need you to jam where we like saying your name.
Yeah, it's pretty Awesome Sauce.
It's pretty Awesome Sauce.
That is pretty
But,
good.
you know, even point jam for that last one, it might as well be 0-0. Anyway, Charismatic is your Santa Cruz jammer, and Dervish as your Seattle jammer.
Pretty gnarly, dude.
Pretty gnarly.
Alright. We should probably stop. Anyway, both jammers are getting stuck in that wall. The Seattle defense is kind of mixed up there.
Oh, and we have a jammer penalty pretty much at the beginning of this jam.
I did not catch what that was.
I didn't either, but you know what? It's okay. Curly Dervish is now out for power jam. Oh, not quite completing that hit there on the inside line. And Agrom getting a forearm. Coming back around, and it's looking good for Dervish. Full wall out there to play offense for them as well.
Man, I am squinting out here because I cannot tell what is happening. It is a lot of fast gameplay.
I know the game picked up, and now we don't know what to say. Oh, good little hit out and preventing that recycling from Seattle. And we have probably a direction call on another Santa Cruz blocker. We have 2 Santa Cruz blockers in the box now. But the 2 that will stay out there will still count as 4 points for the next jammers. 15 points left. Or 15... Sorry.
Yes.
15 minutes left in this half.
Yes, Blade. 15 more points until this game
15
is over.
more points until this game is over. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
Last
Next
quarter
up.
of the game, basically, though. Quarter
Next
4,
up.
if you will.
Okay. Next up, Santa Cruz jamming. We have Tiger Lily. And next up for the Seattles, we have Narwhal. Narwhal is actually lead jammer. I wonder how they're going to deal with this. And, ow, did you see that defense? Really good.
This kind of hurts my legs to watch. These
How
Santa Cruz walls just like absolutely digging in for just such a long time.
I feel like as this game is getting quicker, I feel like our brains are very much slowing down. We're hitting bottom of the barrel here.
Apologies. And we have a star
Yeah,
pass.
probably, definitely.
Oh, we have a star pass.
Curl Crusher, we have not seen them jam yet. I think we almost did.
Yes,
Oh.
we have actually. We've seen them jam.
For anybody.
Anyway, they also almost got to jam once again, but jam was called before they could do any real damage.
sad.
But you know what? If I got a star pass, I would not want to have to try to jam either. So they might be grateful.
I don't think we want to see you jam either.
Thanks. No one
gotcha.
does.
Yeah, it's a very, very amazing sight.
It's a sad sight. It really is, especially against Santa Cruz. Anyway.
Very uplifting.
Santa Cruz Jammer is going to be Frightening Bolt, and Seattle Jammer is going to be Magneta. Oh, wow. Both Jammers getting hit out basically immediately. We have 2 Seattle Derby Brats in that box.
And Frightening Bolt is now your lead jammer. They got hit out, but a blocker, our glorious blockers, came in and saved them to get them right back in.
Oh, that Santa Cruz Jammer sneaking through on the outside once more. Let's see if the Seattle... Oh,
I love seeing that pause whenever a whistle
I saw
blows.
it too. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, was that
When
me?
you hit and then you're like, oh,
That was probably me. And then it isn't.
and then it isn't you. You're
It's like,
just like, oh, I live to see another jam.
a weight dropped off my shoulders.
Yes.
I live another day to not
I saw
go to
that
box.
on one of the Seattle blockers' faces.
She looked right at the one who whistled, too. It was
She-
really
yeah.
funny.
She lived to see another jam, and she's
Luckily.
out there.
She lived to see the bench.
She lived to see the bench instead of the box. I love it.
Sadly, we're usually the ones that go to the box.
I don't live to see the bench.
Yeah. So sad.
We actually have a really good catch-up here from Seattle. It's still about 100 points. They're doing a really good job of keeping up with Santa Cruz. 43 points out there for Seattle and 151 for Santa Cruz. That's basically 100 points in my brain. If I'm rounding
That's
up.
one. That's
I round up incorrectly.
it's like 108.
Yeah, that's like basically just 100 points.
I think it is just 100 points.
No, it's 108.
Really?
Really? 13 minutes left. We have about 5 seconds left in this team timeout, but it's over. Scream's gonna get back to eating for a little bit, but
I'm really hungry.
fueling up for games is so important. Make sure to keep your athletes fed and properly fed, especially in Derby. Burning thousands of calories per game. We have Wrecking Bell for Santa Cruz and Rubelius for Seattle. Oh, Wrecking Bell getting through. Wrecking Bell actually has a very good streak with the Seattle Walls. And it looks like the Seattle Jammer had their helmet cover off. I'm not sure if that start pass was completed or if they put it back on. I don't have a great view of the first turn. Oh, it looks like it was completed. Your new jammer is going to be that pivot. I think that's Dust Bunny.
We now have a 2-minute jam as Wrecking Bell is in the box.
We have a full box for Santa Cruz. 2 blockers and 1 jammer. And I think Seattle is going to have a good time trying to play some offense and get Dust Bunny some points out there. Oh, and a big recycle out there on Dust Bunny. Santa Cruz just using the full extent. Oh, and never mind, we have the blocker that recycled that jammer going into the box for a directional.
Very sad.
And Seattle and Santa Cruz are both digging in and fighting that wall.
Both jammers are in on scoring. I wonder if Seattle got full 4 points for that. We'll find out. Wrecking Bell gets out, and there's now 15 seconds left. Can they get another pass in? I feel like Wrecking Ball could get a couple points here.
When we talk about the fierceness of derby games,
But both walls are just so
you have to keep it up.
ready to catch that jammer and stay with them. It looks like 4 points for Santa Cruz and 3 for 7 points for Santa Cruz and 4 for Seattle out there.
I saw the look on that jammer's face. That looked horrible to go through.
Yeah.
I would hate to go through any of these walls.
But yeah,
Makes me
still, Seattle working hard to keep that gap the same. Not letting Santa Cruz pass them outrageously.
Number 54.
About 10 minutes left in this period.
Speed Demon.
Speed Demon is hopping over on the inside line. Jumping the straightaway is so cool to see. We don't see a lot of jumping in female division, but it is very strategic out there.
Yeah, I think we see it a lot more in open. You can see it a lot more that last game today on Pixies versus Columbia.
Yes.
4 points, giving a 4-0 jam to Santa Cruz.
4-point jam for Santa Cruz. We have a
Taken by Seattle.
team timeout for Seattle.
60 seconds to do their best to
While we're sitting here, just another Skate Rats shout out. They're based in Loveland. It's so cool that they, get to be the skate shop of champs this year. FOCO works with them all the time. They're a sponsor of FOCO, and we absolutely love them. Please go to sk8ratz.com for all your skating needs. They actually have everything. It is eye candy when you walk into that store because, wow, I felt like a kid in a candy shop, but I was really just a derby skater in a skate shop.
you gotta catch them all.
You're so funny today.
Thanks. Just trying to fill out the team timeout. We have about 10 seconds left.
We have 5 seconds left.
I said 10.
I'm just messing with you.
It seems like we have I'm seeing some like Boulder skaters here as well. So and Denver skaters. We have skaters here from other leagues that are local, here to cheer on everybody at champs. Very awesome and cool. I love to see skaters, even if they're not on a team that made champs, come out and support their favorite teams because it's all about good sportsmanship out here in the derby world. Your Santa Cruz jammer is going to be Charismatic, and your Seattle jammer is going to be Curly Dervish.
Yeah, less than 10 minutes left in this game.
These jammers just keep getting hit and recycled and hit and recycled. We have a cut call for Curly Dervish.
We got a 4 on there for the Curly Dervish.
Power jam out there for Santa Cruz. I feel like it's normally the other way around, but we'll see how they use it.
We're going to have a really
We have a
short.
forearm call out there as well. Let's see who that was on.
Really short power jam here.
They're trying to get their attention right now. Oh, it was a Seattle skater.
No. So sad.
Just straight tiptoeing on that line. That was kind of funny to see. Charismatic gets through on that initial pass.
Yeah, now we can see. Now that we're right
Now we
here.
can see that they're like literally right in front of us. It's pretty awesome.
We have an Apex
4
joke.
points picked up with a inside.
Curly Dervish still fighting in that Santa Cruz wall.
Meanwhile,
Oh, and Seattle catches Charismatic, bringing them back.
Amazing.
And we have both jammers fighting hard against that defense.
Charismatic.
Curly Dervish is also taken back. Amazing. Sorry. Let's keep this going. We have some really good blocks here. Oh. Curly Dervish goes down. Really big hits out here today. Oh. Charismatic tanked that hit and then got right into another one.
Oh, yeah.
Star pass for Seattle to number
We have a star pass to Dust Bunny.
And we have a Santa Cruz blocker penalty.
household.
How sad.
Out there, 3-wall for Santa Cruz. And still, 2-wall out there for Santa Cruz. Wow. Starting the next jam, 2-wall out there for Santa Cruz, 4-wall out there for Seattle. Keeping their numbers high. Let's see how they do. Keeping up with this defense.
Total of 9 points
A game can really be decided by how much penalties happen for each side. If one side gets a lot of penalties, then you also lose that. You lose that player for 30 seconds, but you also have the chance to lose them permanently if they do too much.
Especially for top teams like this, when it's really, sometimes the deciding factor in the game.
One or two people really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Tiger Lily. And next up, jamming for Seattle, Narwhal.
Well, Jammer's still working in. Yes, defense is in there. Tiger Lily and Narwhal. So you got number 719.
Everybody's still stuck in those packs on that curve. No initial. Oh, and I stand corrected. Seattle coming out and getting that lead.
Oh.
This is their jam where they catch back up again. And Tiger Lily
Now lead Jammer for Seattle.
stuck in that Seattle wall. Just amazing defense out here. I haven't played female division since 2022, but from what I remember of it, it's a lot about digging in and sitting and, making sure you use those lines correctly. So
I think that is like the 16th time I've heard you say digging.
it's because that's what they're doing. They're plowing.
Can we get a count, guys? Can we get a count on how many times Blade has said digging? I'm actually interested now.
Your
Tiger
Santa Cruz
Lily.
jammer has just gotten out. We have a little bit of celebrating from the Santa Cruz bench. Always fun to see the coaches excited. About 5 minutes left in this period. 171. Oh, it looks like we have scoring for one of the teams. And an official review called by Seattle. 3 points for Seattle, bringing them their score up to 50. It seems like the Groms have not used a single timeout or official review, but after this, if Seattle does not win this one, they will be out of timeouts, period.
And that will not be awesome sauce.
That would not be awesome sauce.
We need awesome sauce to jam again, guys.
We have to love our village of volunteers out here, making sure the track is safe for all of those skaters, making sure the game is run properly. I love to see a good officiating crew. This one really is. And, gotta appreciate JRDA for organizing the event so well.
Skate rats out there in the one corner and gold medal out in another corner. Checking out this weekend.
Slim is here, right? Scream, will you let him know that this is Slim?
Thank
Number
you.
05, Frightening Bird for Santa Cruz up on the line, as well as number 208, Magneto for Seattle. Scores currently 170 to 50.
Your next jammer for Santa Cruz is going to be Frightening Bolt, and your jammer for Seattle is Magneta. Taking some time here to cool down a little bit. Seems like everybody's back at 100%, and everybody's fighting, getting low and hitting hard. Your lead jammer is going to be Frightening Bolt, coming back around for their scoring pass, while the Seattle jammer Magneta is still stuck in that pack.
And is recycled to the very back of the pack.
Oh, wow. That just, again, it just really tires those jammers out when you have that huge recycling pass when you can go 10. It's because there's 4 blockers out there, 10, 10, 10, 20 feet. It's a lot of track space to have to go back and restart at. And Santa Cruz really uses that to their advantage. We have about 4.5 minutes left in this game. Wrecking Bell for Santa Cruz, and your Seattle jammer is going to be Rubelius. Starting off strong, both walls have caught the jammers. Oh, and a little bit of fancy move out there. Skating backwards through that wall. Wrecking Bell getting lead. And Rubelius also making it out for their scoring pass. You can tell that both of these teams really do belong at championships. I mean, it's so insane to see two top teams go against each other and no injuries happen. These teams are locked in. We have 4 points for Santa Cruz and 0 points for Seattle on that one. Yeah, our medics just kind of chilling over there. Lucky them. Official timeout ran a little bit longer than a normal team timeout, but we're back in the game, and whistle is blown. Your Santa Cruz Jammer is Speed Demon, and your Seattle Jammer is Pound Cake.
Speed Demon gets out and is now lead jammer, while Pound Cake is fighting really hard in that pack and took off the starter.
On their initial pass, looking to score for this one. Apologies.
Speed Demon making it through on the inside again. That is their first scoring pass. Oh, never mind.
It is actually a penalty.
Yeah, we have a penalty out there, which means there's no lead jammer for this game.
How sad.
And it will be a full 2-minute jam.
Do you mean the jam?
And it is a power jam out there for Seattle.
This will be a 2-minute jam.
And that's going to take us pretty close.
Very bunched up on that inside there.
1 minute left on the jam, 1.5 minutes left in the period.
Our next game is also a female division game. It's kind of interesting how they made the schedule this year. It's open, open, female, female.
Open, open.
Open, open. It's so hard to announce for teams that have such good defense because, like, if both jammers are stuck, there's nothing really happening.
It's so fun, but, like...
It's really amazing to watch, but, you know. Anyway, Speed Demon making it right through using the jersey of one of their own players. Pretty cool to see a little bit of whipping still happening out there. And a jump off that apex. Wow, set up perfectly. Some offense happening out there as well. I believe there was a star pass to Dust Bunny that we kind of missed. 10 seconds left in this jam. Let's see if Speed Demon can make another pass or if Dust Bunny can get out.
Speed Demon kind of caught our attention.
Oh, and Speed Demon makes one more pass. And I believe that will be the last scoring pass of the jam. Yes, I was right.
Yeah, Speed Demon really took our attention because, like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
20-point jam out there for Santa Cruz. 0-point jam for Seattle. 1 point away from being 200 to 50.
You want to know what we missed, too?
What?
Awesome Sauce was out.
Awesome Sauce was out?
Yeah.
Oh
Awesome
my
Sauce.
goodness. That was Awesome Sauce.
We're here all night.
Anyway.
Next up, jamming for Santa Cruz, we have Charismatic, and next up, jamming for Seattle, we have the Curly Dervish. Seems we're just a little stuck there, but Charismatic got out, getting the lead jammer.
Let's see if Charismatic will get that one more point to make it 200. 45 seconds left in the period. Might be the last jam.
If they get 1 point, I'd be so happy.
Just one singular point.
One.
Oh, and it looks like they got all 4.
No.
203 points. Yeah, I know. You want it to be perfect, but it's okay.
I know. It's okay.
It'd be pretty cool if it was 200 even to 50 even.
That can actually be, like, telling the truth when they're like, yeah, man, Santa Cruz won by, like, 150 points.
Yeah, you don't have to say the like in there. They won by 150 points. Anyway, 5 seconds left in this period. This will definitely be the last jam. I don't see Santa Cruz calling this until the time is up in the game. But it seems like Santa Cruz offense setting back up one more time. Let's see if they use this last pass and call it, or if they're just going to keep trying and going.
Awesome.
Beautiful whip and a beautiful hit out there on Seattle. Oh, my goodness. We
Such
have,
amazing
penalty. It seemed like a penalty out there on that blocker that hit the Santa Cruz jammer.
Pretty amazing stuff out there.
Yes. Oh, and Seattle is down, getting recycled.
Oh, big hits are coming through as Charismatic gets through, get another 4 points.
Oh, wow. Really running up this jam, even though we could have called it.
We need one more.
200
One more.
Come on, one more. One more
Come on.
charismatic.
Come on.
Oh, did we get that one?
Please.
Oh. It was a 3?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's actually kind of nice. Okay, 222 Santa Cruz unofficially to 50 for Seattle. Let's see what that official score is going to be. While the refs tally it up, I believe that the refs are... one more little announcement before the official score is called. For schedules, brackets, and scores, check out www.juniorrollerderby.org/2025champs.
This concludes the first stream of our JRDA Champs coverage. We'll be back live on here on the Junior Roller Derby Association YouTube with our Saturday PM stream right before the next game begins. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing night. This is Scream signing off.